Right. Looks like we're about to fluff this again a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with this software. I tried it this morning. For some reason, it was I got it working this morning, but for some reason now it's just yeah. I'm just going to put the link in Discord. I'm just going to put the link in Discord. Right. I do apologise for the lateness again. Yeah, I've had to run the software for another software. For some reason, my normal streaming software, which comes directly from the Elgato, it's not linking up with YouTube anymore. It used to link up absolutely fine, but for some reason now it's playing up. So I'm having to run the Elgato software through OBS software and stream that way. So, again, let me know. Should we do a little test? All right. I'm going to scroll across and read the words, and you can tell me if the voice is accurate with everything else. All right. So start show, news, roster, news, start show, news, roster, news, start show. Is that on time? No, it's not. I'm about half a second again, isn't it? Oh, God. Alright, let me see if I can... See, I can cheat this a little bit, but it's going to be a bit risky. How do I do it? Filters? No, not filters. I had it yesterday. What did I press yesterday to get this working? Advanced all, there we go. Okay. Sync offset. So I want to be minus 0.5 milliseconds. Right. Let's see if that roster, news, start show. Has that got worse or new? Has that got worse or better? I can't tell. I think that got worse. Let's try it the way around. News, roster, news, start show. That's better. That is better. We're getting there, I think. Let's try it the way around. News, roster, news, start show. Is it making a difference? News, roster, news, start show. Oh my God. Go back to the way it was originally. I can't tell any difference, to be honest. How much is a millisecond? How many milliseconds are in an actual second? News, roster, news, start show. Three whole seconds. I do apologize for this. News, roster, news, start show. That's getting better. We're moving in the right direction, I think. News, roster, news, start show. That was pretty close, wasn't it? Okay. We're getting much closer now. Try 400 milliseconds. News, roster, news, start show. Ooh, okay. We're almost got it now. We're almost there. How many milliseconds in a second? That was worse? Right. News, roster, news, start show. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good, that is, actually. I mean, it's still a tiny, tiny bit, but that's worse? Is that... Looks better to me. It can't be getting worse because I'm moving in the same direction. 1,000 milliseconds or in a second. Okay, so I've got a half a second delay on my microphone then is what I put on this. Okay, I'll do 6. I do 1 extra then. News, roster, news, start show. Oh, there we go. That'll do it. I mean, that's more or less right. That must be the right one. Okay, I'll do 1 extra then. I want to make sure this is right because I kept fluffing up yesterday and telling you guys who was winning the pins before it had happened. Right. News, roster, news, start show. That'll do it. That'll do it. Okay. So the card tonight then. We've got Finn Balor versus Ian Longneck. Currently, Finn Balor is on 5 points, Ian Longneck on 0. Slade versus Joey the Pizza Guy. Both of these, well, actually Slade's on 4 points, Joey's on 2. Rusev versus Terrance. Terrance on 5, Rusev on 4. We've got Daniel Bryan versus Dustin Duggan. Both these guys on 4 points. And then the main event is going to be Dark SWE versus Omega. Dark SWE on 4, Omega on 6. Hi, Hammers, how are you? So that is show 1. There we go. Shouldn't be. No, this is round 9 now. Yeah, this is round 9. On round 10, we have got Assassin versus AJ Styles. Jay Anderson versus Shawn Michaels. Eddie Guerrero versus Bruiser Lee. Gemini versus Samoa Joe. And then the main event will be the Equalizer versus Jordan Walker. Yeah, I think that's the thing, Hammers, at the moment with FIFA being a brand new game out. It's getting a lot more views, isn't it? A lot more views at the moment. I mean, one of the videos I uploaded yesterday is where's that now? It must be coming close to 500 views now, I think, that video. Right, so let's go. Yeah, so one of my videos is...
I don't know that one.
Okay. One of the videos has got 415 views I uploaded yesterday. Another one's got 130 views. So it's definitely peaking up a little bit. No extra subscribers yet, though. Oh, no, it's actually got 504 views, that one. So 3 of my top videos from the last 48 hours are all the FIFA ones. And the other top videos are the last year's FIFA ones. That's just where I get majority of my views from. I mean, my views have jumped. They're more than double today than what they have been for quite some time now, actually. One of the GTA videos, well, it's actually 2 of the GTA videos are doing really well as well. Lots of views on them. So here we go then. Omega Project, not Omega Project, sorry. Ian Longneck versus Finn Balor. I haven't. I've been off Discord most of the day because I've only just I've not long got around to watching AEW, so I'd stay away from Discord so I didn't get any spoilers. I've not been keeping up. God, you guys have been chatting massively today, have you? What's up? Yeah, the old New Japan Universe mode did really well, yeah. It's really weird sometimes. Oh. Yeah, it is a bit weird, Johnny, isn't it? The fact that it's blue... does that change? I don't think it does change colour, because every time I click on somebody else, they just keep the same colour. Okay. Why is that, Hammers? It's just a bit odd because it's a different colour logo, which I don't know why it's a different colour logo. That's a bit weird, that is. I'm still really enjoying it, to be honest. It'd be a cool idea, and it's just finding the cause will be the only issue. We'll have to do that on 2K20 as well, because that's the place where the cores work a lot better, don't they? Yeah, I was a bit disappointed with the title change again, to be honest, but yeah, it did make sense. But at the same time, I just I'm a big fan of Brody Lee, and I didn't really want him to lose the championship. I want him to have a good long run. Yeah, I would have liked to see him. I mean, I would like to see him retain, but I suppose that's the that's sort of the fact that nobody really saw it coming was a bit of a surprise. Yeah, I think they're trying to do it a bit like New Japan, aren't they? They're trying to have the TNT Championship elevated to almost like a higher plane, doesn't it? Really. Oh yeah, Messiah. That's obvious. That's very obvious. That's going to be the case. It was also really obvious with the TNT one. It was obviously going to be Cody versus Lance Archer at the finale, and this will obviously be Omega versus Hangman. Okay. Or either that, or it might be the case of maybe they face each other in a semi-final. Maybe Hangman gets a win and then Omega costs him the match. Yeah, it could be a lot of options, I suppose, but it does seem very obvious it will end up as Omega versus Hangman. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if they both start off in opposite sides of the bracket. I think it'll be obvious. Yeah, sorry IGX, I can't read that. I didn't realise my computer would even show Arabic, to be honest. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they get a bit confusing, don't they? I don't know. I'm still an AEW fan. Thing is, I've got nothing to compare it against at the moment because I refuse to watch NXT when they took it off their network. I'm not paying 30, 40 quid a month to watch that. Finn, nice drop kick right to the side of the head of Ian Longneck. Problem is, SmackDown might be doing really well right now and Raw might be doing badly, but remember it's the draft tomorrow. Is it the draft tomorrow or draft tonight? Whichever one it is. The whole thing's going to be hit the reset, isn't it? It's going to be difficult to tell really who's going to be doing what. You never really know at this point in time. It's all down to what Vince decides to do when he drafts everyone around. Shotgun drop kick in the corner by Finn Balor on Ian Longneck. There's the pin. And Finn Balor picks up the victory over Ian Longneck. Ian suffers yet another loss in this tournament. Ian's having a terrible time, isn't he, bless him? So the win for Demon Balor over Ian, and the loss for Ian against Demon Balor. There we go. Balor picks up 2 more points. And then Demon Balor. Where are you, my man? I've lost him on the rankings. There he is. Picks up another win. Right? No, it's not right, is it? It was already right. Okay. And then Ian Longneck picks up the loss. There we go. I mean, I like the fact they have title changes on TV. I think that when you hold title matches and title changes back solely for pay-per-views, it's sort of it brings up what happened the other day where people in Discord were saying that I can't believe there was no title changes on the pay-per-view. It's because that's the only time people ever expect them, I suppose. We're very limited here in the UK. I mean, we literally only... I mean, apart from finding places on the internet and stuff like that, we have access to AEW or to WWE, really. That's it. I mean, I've opened up a bit myself now with Fight TV. I can watch Ring of Honor and stuff like that. Yeah, I do not like Hell in a Cell as a pay-per-view. I'm a massive fan of a Hell in a Cell match. It's one of my favourite match types, but I feel like it shouldn't be a Hell in a Cell just because that's the pay-per-view. The Hell in a Cell should be the big finish to a big feud, not just we're going to do it because that's... Yeah. That's it, Andon, exactly what I was saying. Yeah, they shouldn't just have it because you want to have it, if that makes sense. I think when they were doing monthly pay-per-views before, but they were doing every other month. So Raw would have one, and then SmackDown would have the next month. I think that made sense because they both shows had 2 months worth of build-up. But now they're mixing and matching the pay-per-views. I just don't think it really works. No, I don't like... apart from Elimination Chamber, I don't really like any stipulated pay-per-views. The match types should be a surprise. I want it to be a case that when someone turns around and says, I want to have a Hell in a Cell match with you, it's going to make people go, oh my god, rather than people going, yeah, it's going to be a Hell in a Cell match this month because we know that's the pay-per-view. That's if it is going to be Hollywood, Charles. We don't know yet. It might end up being in the might end up being a 2-night show in the thingy-bob again, for all we know. And it's only 5 months away. Are we going to be completely clear of everything in 5 months' time? Royal Rumble I like. Survivor Series I used to really like, but they seem to have taken it away a bit now. So this one, Joey versus Slade. Joey is on +2. Slade is on +4 in this competition. At the moment, top of this group is currently, well, it's Demon Balor on 7 at the moment, but everyone else has got a match in hand on him. Did people watch AEW last night then? Did you see in AEW last night, did you see the, when the Bucks were watching the tag team match backstage? The little dig at WWE, that was quite funny, that was. WWE actually having fans back though. I know AEW's got a small portion of fans, but I'm not sure if WWE are doing it yet, are they? I know they're having backstage people around the ring. Yeah, that was it, Gemini. Yeah, they were standing like almost their back to the monitor. That was a dig at WWE because there was an episode of Being the Elite ages ago where they mentioned about how whenever people watch wrestling from backstage, they always have to stand at a really weird angle. I don't know, Jay. It's getting better. It is definitely getting better, but it's still a distance away. Yeah, because that's why AEW can have fans, can't they? Because they're in Florida as well. That was the dodgy thing, wasn't it? Because WWE made a donation of quite a large amount of money to Florida, didn't they? And all of a sudden, the next day, Florida said they could have fans. But AEW, obviously being in Florida as well, have taken advantage and they're bringing the fans back in, of course. Yeah, I think about 6 a year works. I don't know, I was always a big fan of Eva Lise, but to be honest, their AEW work hasn't impressed me too much. And obviously Jordan is already under contract somewhere. I wouldn't touch Tessa with a barge pole, to be honest. I really would not touch Tessa at all. Just with that Impact run, I just feel like she'd be just a gigantic pain in the backside. Which is probably why she hasn't been snapped up really quickly like some of the others that have been released. Pin now 1, 2, 1 2 count. Yeah, should have done, but I think Impact was throwing a ton of money at people back then. Big elbow by Slade right into the throat then of Joey the pizza guy. Hey, Joey. The problem is, Andon, is that Vince does not care about wrestlers' recovery time. He just cares about the money. Sliced bread by Joey. Only a 2 count. Wow. Yeah, if Vince could work, or if Vince could work twice or 3 times a day, he would force them through it just to get that extra cash in. You know what he's like. That's why a lot of wrestlers prefer to go to places like AEW, because the schedule is not quite as hectic. I predict that after the draft, everyone's going to sit there and go, what the bloody hell have they done that for? That's my prediction for the draft. When we end up seeing an Uso on either show or something like that. Or we end up with Big E on a different show to the rest of New Day rather than having the feud. I know what you mean, Andon, but the only problem with that is that after WrestleMania, those Raw and SmackDowns after Mania, if it's a good Mania that is, after Mania, they generally have like the biggest audiences of the year. So if they were to have that as their last show for a while, then they'd be giving up on their biggest audience for quite some time. Big headbutt to the back there by Slade. They're too interested in the money to take any time off, I think. Joe with another sliced bread. That's his second sliced bread of the match. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Joey pulls it off. Joey the pizza guy gets his second victory of the tournament, giving him 4 points altogether and defeating Slade. I'm sure the Bloodline won't be very happy with that, but there you go. Okay, that's that and that. Then into this spreadsheet. Is that right? Loss. Yeah, it's like, yeah. And Slade. Yeah. Okay. Joey, great win for you then. Brings you back in. Yes, Alex, yeah. I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. You lost to a man who's got pepperoni on his head. I haven't yet, Gemini, no. I've been trying to record all my FIFA videos the last couple of days, but I've got some more time off this month, so I'll definitely get everything sorted once we finish this tournament. Rusev versus Terrance. Both these guys... well, Terrance is on +5. Rusev on +4. So, very close match, this one. Yeah, I agree with that, Jay. Yeah. They've either got to include NXT or just avoid them altogether. They've got to include them in everything, or they've got to essentially say we are a... well, that's it. They've got to say that you're a developmental or you're a third brand. They've got to do one or the other. Big power slam by Terrance. Big clothesline as well. Now, what's the next set of shows then? Oh, next time out it's SLADE versus Terrance. That'd be pretty interesting. I like the idea of having a draft every year. That's something I like. It's interesting to think, really. When it comes to the guys in NXT, are they happy being in NXT and being on television, or are they unhappy because they've not made it onto the main roster? It's tricky. I suppose for everyone it's different, but yeah, you're perfectly right, Andon. Yeah, constant wrestling is terrible for the body, but the whole reason behind that was because, well, Vince wants his money, doesn't he? Oh, and on the reason Mia Yim was called up was solely because WWE like to keep couples together, and Mia Yim and Keith Lee are an item. That's the only reason she got called up, is because Keith Lee was. Yeah, that was the thing, and it was a big thing in WCW, that was, Andon. I mean, that's what shortened Rey Mysterio's career. He used to wrestle with injuries because he was afraid that if he took time off, he'd lose his place on the card. That's the way it's always been, I suppose. Yeah, they always keep couples together, Dark Luch. That's what they do. I think it happened on the last draft, didn't it, where they had to move some people around afterwards because Zelina Vega and Aleister Black ended up on different shows, and they're a couple. There was somebody else as well, I think. Rusev now in with the abdominal stretch. That's it, yeah. Unless they can turn your injury into a storyline you get forgetting about. Yep. The thing is, they've got enough talent to let people have time off to rest and relax. They just don't. They do in some cases. Depends how important you are. What happened to Finn at TakeOver then? Did Finn break his jaw at TakeOver? I saw a picture of a an X-ray earlier that showed a broken jaw. I wasn't sure if that was a real thing or if that was a like a storyline thing. Split in two. Oh, that sounds painful, that. Yeah, he's not had a very good time, Finn, has he, really? Pin once again by Terrance on Rusev. Still only a 2 count. We've been saying that for 20 years now, Charles, to be honest. Ever since the Attitude Era finished, he's been out of it. I think the problem is he's just had no competition for so long that he doesn't have to put on any good stuff anymore, does he? I think Vince will stay until, well, until that fateful day, I reckon. Yeah, you're right, Andon, but you're coming from a part where WWE don't really consider. All they would consider is the fact that if they have 6 months or even 6 weeks off television, they're losing that much extra money. They're using that much extra viewership. They're losing that much extra merchandise. All that extra advertising. They're losing it all. Alex, I think it was a very good match. I wasn't too keen on Cody winning. I understand that it was clever because it was a surprise. I dare say the feud is nowhere near over. I dare say that that's going to continue on for a while now. Maybe having Cody versus Brody have another match at Full Gear. And Terrance gets the win. Terrance gets the win over... where is he? Rusev. Big win that for Terrance. Big win. Keeps him in winning ways. Boom. Yeah, I agree with you, Andon. I think that they need to give some of these guys some time off to rest and relax. But... NXT might make a lot of money, but if they've got Raw and SmackDown run at the same time, they'll make 3 times the amount of money, wouldn't they, I suppose? I don't think it is Gemini. I think the tournament final was at Full Gear, isn't it? Is that what they said? I thought they said the tournament final was at Full Gear. True, Jay. True, but the one thing about that title change yesterday is I don't think many people saw it coming, did they? It was a bit of a surprise. Like I say, I dare say it will end up being an interesting one. Oh yeah, sorry, I misread the message, Gemini, yeah. I don't know, to be honest, then. I still like the idea of it depends who the champion is as well, I suppose. Whether Moxley can keep it next show. I think if Moxley keeps it next week, I think he'll definitely lose it at Full Gear. I'd like to see a Moxley, Archer, Brian Cage triple threat, to be honest. Brian Pillman Jr. No, he's still there. He got his first win this week on Dark. Terrance with a win. Rusev with the loss. Well, he's starting to win now. He got a victory over... Yeah, him and Griff Garrison got a tag team victory on Dark this week. I think they want to make him as a tag team. I think he wants to go down the Hollywood Blondes route and have seen his father's footsteps, which is a pretty nice thing to do. I quite like that. I think Darby Allin will go up against Ricky Starks, I think. That'll culminate that feud. Because that's been building and building for a long time now. That's due a big finish, that one. It's a necessity, unfortunately, Andon. Because of the ranking system, we've got the same thing here in this universe. Because of the ranking system, you have to have somewhere for people to build up points that are a little bit lower than what they should be, I suppose. No, it's not trying to be NXT whatsoever. It's all about just trying to get the ranking points on the right people to try and build them up. Otherwise, if it wasn't for places like Dark, then some of the top wrestlers would be on very low ranking points because either they don't wrestle very often on the main show, or when they do wrestle, they wrestle big matches and they lose some of them. Pin here then by Dustin Duggan. I would assume that it's going to be I would assume it's going to be MJF versus Chris Jericho, you know, at Full Gear. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a way for people to build up ranking points. It wasn't like that before. I don't know if it's just because of the lockdown, but before the lockdown there was some more interesting matches on there. But it's just a way to build up ranking points, really. It's like we have in our universe mode to build up momentum and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I would say so, Gemini. And then Hangman fights Omega at the next pay-per-view after Revolution. Only a 2 count. I honestly think he'll win it next week, Jay. I really do. I think Archer will become world champion next week. Well, it's not really a second brand or anything like that. All it really is it's like Superstars or Heat. That's all it is, really, or Velocity, or them those sort of shows. It's not really a second brand or anything like that. Yeah, it was a good promo by Moxley last night. I quite enjoyed that, yeah. Should be a very interesting match. I dare say it's going to be very crazy. It's going to be a lot of... well, I don't think it's going to be a match where two men are going to fight on the mat, sort of hold for hold, is it really? It's going to be a sheer battle. It's going to be a fight. It's going to involve stuff outside the ring, I would imagine. When is Full Gear? I saw it on Fight earlier. It is being advertised, isn't it? I think it's a month away, it said, when I saw it earlier. Accidentally kicked on Dynamite. Full Gear 2020, November the 7th, which is a Saturday. Wow. I'm not seeing that submission from Daniel Bryan before, but he pulled it out of the bag and really got to Dustin Duggan there. What a win that is for Daniel Bryan. Wow. Daniel Bryan then with a win over Dustin Duggan. Oh. Okay. There we go. Okay. And the loss for Dustin Duggan over Daniel Bryan, I suppose. There we go. So 2 points for Daniel Bryan. Puts him up to 6. Dustin Duggan with a loss. And Daniel Bryan with the victory. There we go. I don't think he's allowed to fly back and forth to Japan, Andon. I think that's the only reason why. I suppose he could. Yeah, he's not allowed to fly back and forth to Japan, and because of his AEW contract, he's not allowed to appear for New Japan in America either. So short of giving the belt up, I suppose, there's not much they can do with that. Oh. So the points in Group A at the moment, Finn Balor and Terrance both on top with 7 points. Daniel Bryan and Omega both on 6 points. Rusev, Dustin Duggan, Dark SWE, Slade and Joey the Pizza Guy on 4 points. Ian Longneck on 0. But of course Dark SWE and Omega do have this match in hand. It should be in the group. It's in the description below, Dark Lucha. It's in the S1 groups and results. If you click on that one, it should take you straight... Oh, it takes you to the front page. Okay. It takes you straight to that one page. If you click on the tab at the bottom called Season 1-S1, that's the S1 stuff. The first page is the current champions. Yeah, I'd love to see Davey Boy Smith in there. I'd love to see Davey Boy Smith team up with Brian Pillman and create some sort of like new foundation. Is the stream gone or is my stream gone? The points are on the right hand side, Dark Lucha. Yeah, and on the I think the contract that Moxley has is he can wrestle for New Japan in Japan, but he can't wrestle for New Japan's United States subsidiary. That's what I believe. I might be wrong. Has Moxley faced off in the New Japan in America? Because they've got this new branch now, haven't they? There we go, it's that one there. I don't know if he's actually on the roster. I don't believe he's allowed to be, is he? No, I'm on the New Japan website now and he's not even showing as a wrestler on there. Oh no, he is. Yeah, John Moxley. Okay. As far as I was aware, with his current contract, as well as Rusev's contract as well, and Jericho's contract, they can all wrestle for New Japan, but it has to be in Japan. I believe their contract is they can't wrestle for any company in the US that has television. Is the contract they have, I believe. I suppose unless AW agree to it. Nice takedown by Dark SWE on Omega. Is New Japan even happening at the moment over in... Oh, they are, aren't they? They're doing the G1, aren't they? Of course they are. What's going on over there at the moment? 2020 G1. Wow. Some cracking matches on this, aren't there? Oh, they're shortish shows. Well, they're not too long shows, are they, really? I mean, what's it on? Can I watch it on... Have I got to get New Japan World? Yeah, I can't watch it on Fight TV, can I? strikes that is by Omega. Omega springboarding him off. Oh, I don't know. I know that was the that's the contracts they have. They can work whatever shows they want as long as there's no TV involved. Oh, wow. Strike by Omega right to the face of Dark SWE. That could be enough to... Only a 2 count. Omega now stalking Dark SWE. He's up. Tombstone pile driver. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Omega does pick up the win, which means Omega does now top the group on his own. Omega with 4 wins and 1 loss so far. Dark SWE is at a great run, but Omega was that one step too far for him, wasn't it? There we go. I'm ahead by 3 seconds again. Oh, God. There was a delay, yeah. The stream froze for a second. So my audio's working, but the stream's... Oh, that's annoying. So Omega, you're top of the group now on +8. Next time out in Group A, we have Ian Longneck versus Joey the Pizza Guy, SLADE versus Terrance, Dark SWE versus RUSEV, Dustin Duggan versus Demon BÁLOR, and Omega versus Daniel Bryan. Yeah, I did notice the stream froze a few moments ago, and I didn't think anything of it. But obviously, that's froze the visuals, but not the audio, hasn't it? Okay. Yeah, that was Block A, Dark Lucia. We're moving on to Block B now. That was just Block A. This is Block B now. Right. Oof. So this one is going to be the main event. The 2 top guys at the top of this group. Equalizer has not been defeated either. Next up, we have Gemini versus Overlord Samoa Joe. Overlord Samoa Joe. Is he? I'll check that in a second. I will check that in a second then. Remind me in a second when I finish making the card. Eddie Guerrero versus Bruiser Lee. Why is it kicking me out at the end of everything? I'll double check that now. 1 second then. Yeah, there's a good chance it might be momentum because I set all you guys to 90 before this started, so it could be momentum. Or it could be the power rankings as well. We'll check that in a minute. Because the power rankings give you stat updates as well, doesn't it? Was he that way last time? They don't, I'm assuming if he was that high last time, someone would have said something, so he must not have been. It's got to be momentum and power rankings and that sort of stuff. Then I'll change it in a minute. And the final match, the Assassin versus Edge. How do I get to the power rankings on this game? Let's look at that. Edit shows, not edit shows. Edit universe. Superstars. Equalizer. Yeah, no. Ah. He's number 1 in the power rankings, that's why. Let me move him out of the top chunk. There you go. There you go. Yeah, he's 92 now because he's got his momentum up boost as well. That's what it was then. He was high in the power rankings. Have I just put AJ Styles? I've just put AJ Styles top of the power rankings now as well. Power rankings. Let's put somebody in there who's not involved in this tournament. Montez 4 could be number 1. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's to do with momentum boost, and he was very high in the power rankings as well. I don't understand how the power rankings work, to be honest. Because they never seem to change very often. All of a sudden, someone just gets shot to the top. I don't quite get it, to be honest. Hey, I don't know, where are the power rankings anyway? How do you get into them? Tag team superstars is there. Oh, is it you go across the top here? Nope, you don't do that either. Calendar edit shows. Nope, it's not in there. I have no idea then, to be honest. On roster. Okay. I don't matter, does it? We've checked them now anyway. Right, let's go. I'm going to have a quick pee while this is loading and we'll get to go. That's an interesting sleeping place. Oh, I've got to go for a pee. Right, I'm back. 3 seconds early, but I'm back. Ghost or Jordan, what the hell are you on about? I don't know how many times I've said this. Everybody's basic stats from chat is a 90. Every single person's basic stats is a 90. Any higher or lower than that is due to momentum. I don't know if you did, Andon. We'll have to look back at the other stream. There's a chance that he's gone up the power rankings because of that victory. I don't know how the power rankings really work in this game, to be honest. 60 male, female, and tag teams been placed into a draft. The draft begins Friday. SmackDown concludes on Raw. 20 superstars are eligible to be drafted on Friday night. 30 on Monday night. Since Friday, SmackDown is a 2-hour show. Is a 3-hour show. For every 2 picks, SmackDown Raw gets free. Tag teams count as 1 pick unless Fox or USA Network in conjunction with WWE pick with just 1 person. Any undrafted superstars will immediately be declared the free agents. The problem is with that, though, is that... So, Friday night is a... Oh, no, it's Friday... Yeah, okay, that makes sense, yeah. That makes sense. Oh. I'm breaking stuff. One to watch, wow. That's an interesting one. So I'm trying not to talk too much over the match because I understand that I'm about 3 seconds ahead, so I'm, yeah. Try not to talk over it too much, just in case I let anything go. The draft looks interesting. Is it only 60? Is that it? So 30 on one, 30 on the other. Is that right? I suppose it must be, yeah. I expect this is Ken to be a great match, yeah. Big knee in the face by Assassin and AJ Styles. Of October. Okay, yeah. I'm getting confused here, I tell you. I'm trying to see how far the stream is behind my behind me. It shouldn't be, Andon. I've got the stream on in front of me and it's in HD quality at the moment, so it shouldn't be bad quality. Does anyone else have any issues with the quality of the stream? It's pretty smooth for me at the moment. Yeah. Must be your side, Andon, to be honest. That's not very good. What's mine in? Mine's in 720p as well. You tried switching it off and putting it back on again. Yurika Roshi by AJ Styles. Only a 2 count. Ooh. Night 14 Block B, Evil versus Naito. That should be pretty good. Tanahashi versus Sanada, Goto versus Evil. I mean, I suppose when it comes to the G1 Climax, there's not a lot of, well, there's not a lot of chance for it to go badly, is there? with all that talent, it's yeah, with all that talent, it's difficult to put on bad shows, isn't it, for New Japan? Evil versus Naito in the G1 is on, it says night 14. I don't know when night 14 is, to be honest, but it looks like night 12 was October the 8th. Okay, so 2 days away. Why AJ didn't go for the pin? We did go for the pin. I can't tell how far I'm really struggling, so I'm trying not to talk too much over the match, to be honest. Yeah, the 8th is today, but I think it's with time difference. That was probably early this morning, wasn't it? For UK people, it was early this morning. So it's the yeah, it's the 14th is Naito versus Evil, so that'll probably be in 2 days' time. Ishii versus Cobb is on the next show. There's Okada versus Ishii coming up as well. Ospreay versus Cobb. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. And there's the submission victory for AJ Styles. It's really not been your tournament, has it, Andon, at all? I didn't do that, did I? So Dark Sway with a loss. Omega got the win. There we go. And then the win for AJ and the loss for the Assassin. AJ with a win. The Assassin with the loss. Loss and AJ Styles will win. AJ gets the 2 points. There we go. Ooh. Oh, well tangled up I am. AJ with a win, then the opening match of the night. Next, the Jay Anderson versus Shawn Michaels. Should be another good one. Jay's on a winning streak now. He's won his previous 2 matches. He will hope to continue that form on here today. There's football on tonight. Now I've got so little interest in England games that it's unbelievable. Yeah, so Jay's on 5 at the moment. Wow. The England team's terrible. No, you beat Gemini last stream, Jay. Yeah, I think, yeah, Jay and Assassin drew. That was before we changed the settings around, though, because they were messed up a bit, weren't they? So this one, so Shawn Michaels is on 1 point. He's only had 1 point so far, which was the draw, I believe, against the Equalizer. Yeah, double counter, I think it was, before we changed it to a 20 count. And Jay, of course, lost his opening match against Bruiser Lee. Where is Jay? There he is. Wait a minute. He lost to Samoa Joe in his opening match, so he drew a Bruiser Lee, but then back-to-back wins against... Oh no, Jay, you are right, yeah, back-to-back wins against the Assassin and Gemini. No, Assassin, you drew with Gemini, not with Jay. Michaels dives through, taking Jay out. Yeah, but that's the thing with the G1. I mean, there's so many fantastic names in there. It's difficult to have a bad match, isn't it, really? Pin here by Jay on Shawn Michaels. Only 1 count. So, Assassin, your next match is going to be against Shawn Michaels. Then you've got Samoa Joe, Eddie Guerrero before finish things off against Jordan Walker on the final day. Anderson now running the elbows into the head of Shawn Michaels. There's the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Oh, what a boot right to the back of the head. Am I still really far ahead on the commentary? Let me have a check. I can listen to myself, can't I? I'm not far ahead, am I? The most points at the moment in Group A, Mega is top. In Group B, it's currently Jordan Walker, but it will be the winner of tonight's main event between Jordan Walker and the Equalizer, who will top Group B. Jay can get himself involved, though. Oh, G1. In G1, Block A, Jay White, Kota Ibushi, Will Ospreay, and Okada are all joint top on 8 points. And Block B, it's Naito. On 10 points. Michaels gets an elbow in the face by Jay. Knees and strikes, elbows and kicks. And finishing off with a big knee as well. Oh, there's elbows by Jay. Michaels now taking Jay Anderson down. Rolls him over into that sharpshooter. Jay able to roll it back through. Just out of interest, guys, while you're there, is there much point in me continuing to upload the old episodes on, or should we just leave the streams up? I mean, at the moment I'm doing all the editing and the uploading and that of all the old shows, but is there much point in doing that, or should I spend that time on doing more proactive stuff? Because I noticed they're not getting many views, those videos anyway. If there's not much interest in them, I won't keep doing it. And what's it getting? Each one's getting like, well, judging by the views, it's probably not worth it, to be honest. None of them are hitting more than like 20 views. Brainbuster there by Jay Anderson and Shawn Michaels. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I won't bother uploading them all anymore. I've got finish off season 2. Jay gets the wind. The wind. Yeah, I thought I'd upload them as make it a bit easy for you guys to, or anyone else to watch them back if you needed to. But if it's not something what people want to do, then yeah, there's not much point in doing it, is there? I'll finish off season 2 because there's only 2 videos left on that. I'll finish off that and then I won't bother with the rest. It's a bit of a waste of time, isn't it? But Jay with a win, which means Jay is now up to 7 points. All of a sudden, 3 wins in a row has really thrust Jay back into this competition. Jay the win over Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels with a loss to Jay. There we go. Where are we? The other spreadsheets. Shawn Michaels with the loss. Shawn's been doing terrible, I tell you. See, that's the good thing about Dark when we finally get into the universe mode, is that Shawn can get himself a few matches on Dark to build his momentum back up and get his ranking points back. So it's 24, 25. So delete, delete, delete. Turn into Matt Hardy over here. Delete, delete, delete. I'm just deleting some videos uploaded that I'm not going to bother putting on then. Delete forever. There we go. Yeah, it tidies up my my schedule a bit as well. Because I want to start doing some more videos again now. I mean, I enjoy doing the streams, but I want to do some videos alongside it as well. So I'm considering maybe continuing on with the Battle of the Brands, but making it a video thing rather than a stream thing. So we can do this as the stream and then do the Battle of the Brands as the episodic thing, maybe. Either that or I might do another universe. I don't know, to be honest. I don't really know at this point in time what I'm going to do. I just got a bit of free time this month, so I would like to record some stuff and have it in the bag to get uploaded when I'm a bit short on time. I thought I turned all the entrances off. Oh, maybe not then. In comes Hedy Carrero. It's a big match, this one. Both these guys on 4 points. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit more neat and tidy now. And in comes Bruiser Lee. Well, Jay, your next matches, I can tell you here. Jay, your next match is against the Equalizer. Then you've got Jordan Walker. But then you finish things off against AJ Styles and Eddie Guerrero. So there is a chance. I mean, if you can win your next 2 matches, that would definitely put you in there. Because, of course, well, tonight is going to be interesting because either Jordan or Equalizer are going to drop points. We know that. One of the 2 of them will drop points. Jordan, you've got Equalizer tonight. Then you've got Jay Anderson. Then Eddie Guerrero, Samoa Joe, and you finish things off. No, I'm reading the wrong one, sorry. You've got Equalizer tonight. Then you've got Gemini, Jay Anderson, Shawn Michaels. Then you finish things off against the Assassin. Bruiser Lee, big strike right to the face of Eddie Guerrero. Brings Eddie up. Sits out powerbomb. I think. Gemini, no, you're not. No. You're equal with Bruiser Lee. Assassin and Shawn Michaels are both below you at the moment. You have Samoa Joe here tonight. Yeah, I will do after this, Jay, yeah. I can't put a filter on it for some reason, so I'm having to do it manually at the moment, but I can do Group A now because that's easy enough done, okay. Let me do that now. Okay, so... I'm doing Group A now. For some reason, it won't let me do a auto sum on this one because I've got certain things in the other things going on. Yeah, Group A is sorted in order. I'll do Group B after this because it could change. Yeah, we can do that, Jay. I mean, I don't know if they want to concentrate on this for now and then go for it when we start the next season. Yeah, if Jay wins, I mean, that's the tricky thing, because if somebody wins, if somebody pins the champion, then it's difficult not to give him a championship match, isn't it, really? Eddie now brings Bruiser back up to a standing base. I mean, Jay's up to joint second. However, the 2 people ahead of him both have a match in hand. Okay, I can do this now, actually, while I'm at it. Okay. Well, you lot are in order anyway. So let's clear that out. So it's you, then you, then you, Okay, I've sorted the Group B out in order as well on the spreadsheet. So the groups are very similar at the moment, though, to be honest. Yeah, Janus and Bruiser Lee at pay-per-view is it's got to happen at some point, hasn't it? Eddie really going for that submission a few times here today. Well, if Jay wins the S1, he gets a title match no matter what, doesn't he? Although there's still a lot of action to come first, though, isn't there? I mean, this is the halfway mark of this tournament now, isn't it? Well, this is past halfway now. Wow, Eddie just made Bruiser Lee tap. Wow. That is big by Eddie, making Bruiser Lee tap out. Eddie Guerrero victorious. Huh? There we go. Eddie Guerrero victorious. Bruiser Lee losing the match against Eddie. There we go. That puts Eddie now up to +6. There we go. Eddie moves up to +6. Eddie Guerrero. Bruiser Lee goes down. Is that right? Yeah, Bruiser Lee's on 3, isn't he? Yep. He lies, he cheats, he steals, but tonight he wins. Oh, bloody hell. That's one hell of a match that is. Right, Gemini versus Overlord Samoa Joe. Left entrances on again, haven't we? So Gemini currently on 3 points, Samoa Joe on 4. So if Gemini can win this, he will put himself, well, above Bruiser Lee and AJ Styles. Within, well, above, no, he won't. Above Bruiser Lee and Samoa Joe is what we're trying to say. Of course, Gemini got his first victory against Eddie Guerrero before suffering a loss to Jay Anderson. He's also had a draw against the Assassin. Be careful up there, you're going to fall off. Joe now Saito suplex on Gemini. I think because we're getting to a point now where some people are more or less out of this tournament. For example, I think it might be impossible for Ian to get back in this now. Yeah, I don't think Ian can go through in this competition now. So maybe we can start to build up some feuds as well. Same as Shawn Michaels or Assassin. They're both pretty low. I think they both might struggle to qualify, depending on some of the other results around them. So maybe we can build some different storylines for those moving forward into the special shows. Nice Death Valley driver by Samoa Joe on Gemini. Yeah, I've got them planned to be in mine. I've not completed the How are you in that? Oh yeah, I've opened that, haven't I? I've not. This is not complete yet, so don't take it to heart completely. I've still got some work to do on it, but that's how I've got it at the moment. And also we've got the 6-man tag and the intergender tag as well. So I've still got some work to do on this, so don't take it as written. Yeah, I prefer Sheamus solo, to be honest. Yeah, I was thinking something like that as well. Sheamus, McIntyre. I got Finn in with a different group. Nice dropkick right in the chest. Gemini standing moonsault. Joe with the big elbows right into the chest of Gemini. What am I in that one? Joe now with the Germans. There's the pin with a straight jacket. And it's not quite enough. But there's the Coquina clutch. That could be. Joe grapevines the legs. Is Gemini going to have to tap or will he survive? He does survive. Big moment in this match, that one. Big, big moment in this match. Hello, back. Both these guys striking, but Gemini manages to get that step up into Guri. There's the clothesline. Second. Nice boot in the face of Samoa Joe. In with a pin. Only a 2 count. Gemini now taking Joe up on the shoulder. Dropping him face first. Big maneuver by Gemini. Incredible strength by Gemini as well. There's the pin. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Gemini now stalking Samoa Joe. This is the big chance. Oh. Into the pin. And there we go. Victory for Gemini against the Overlord himself. The Overlord will not be happy with that. Did I count? I counted that like 3 or 4 seconds after it happened. Did I do it wrong? I was trying to be really delayed. Was I still ahead? I've got to try and get this bloody software working again because it just doesn't work going through this other software. Yep, you're on 5 now, Gemini. So it's this bit here is a bit of a mess now. Let me move that out of here into there. So I'm just reorganizing it now. There we go. So it is now Jordan Walker on 8, Equalizer on 7, Jay Anderson on 7, Eddie Guerrero, AJ Styles both on 6, Gemini on 5, Samoa Joe on 4, Bruiser Lee on 3, and Assassin Shawn Michaels on 1. I believe at the end of this, it's just the person who finishes top of Block A versus the person who finished top of Block B, and the winner gets the title shot. That's how they do it in New Japan. Right, this is the big one and the finale of the stream. Here we go. The Equalizer versus Jordan Walker. Jordan gets around the back. I'm not sure, Gemini. I feel like if that does happen, we might end up doing a... We could end up doing a rubber match. Either that or we could make the finale a triple threat. One of those two. Was it death by... I'm not sure. Was death by elbow was Chris Hero and... oh, what was his name? JT Dunn? No, not JT Dunn. Oh, who was that? Was it JT Dunn jumped in my head. That's what jumped into my head straight away. Death by elbow. Yeah, Chris Hero and JT Dunn. That was death by elbow. I don't know what they were in WXW, to be honest. Were they in WXW? That seems like, because Cesaro's been in WWE for a long time now. Must be like 10 years or so, isn't it? Yeah, I can't see two people finishing on the same points, especially with some of the draws we've had. Jordan just seems to love going for Death Valley drivers now, doesn't he, really? Jordan with the spear. There's the pin. Just the 2 counts. Chop. Equalizer rolls to the outside. Probably a wise thing to do. You can't get pinned on the outside, can you? Equalizer now dumping Jordan to the outside. What are you taunting for? This game is stupid with the taunts, I tell you. It really is stupid with the taunts, isn't it? As Jordan Walker gets the end of days. And there we go. There we go. So that puts him up to 10 points. That one there, and then that one there. There we go. Good luck, Dark Lucha. That could be a while. I think what we might do now, though, is now we're halfway through the tournament, I think we might switch it around a little bit. So I think we might start doing Block B before Block A for a little bit, because Block B is sort of, unless Jordan has a bit of a mishap now, it looks pretty close to... It looks difficult for him. He's still got 4 matches left. But Block A is much more close, so I might start doing Block A as the main event of the stream for a little bit. I don't know, we'll have a look. I haven't seen anything, Jay. Nothing's come through, mate. So there we go. That is the end of round, whatever this was, 5. So like I said, tomorrow when we come back, we will have Ian Longneck versus Joey the Pizza Guy, SLADE versus Terrance, Dark SWE versus Rusev, Dustin Duggan versus Demon Balor, and Rusev versus... No, I've done that one already. Daniel Bryan versus Omega. In Group B, we will have Jordan Walker versus Gemini, Jay Anderson versus Equalizer, Assassin versus Shawn Michaels, Bruiser Lee versus... Oh. That's not right. I think it's Bruiser Lee Samoa Joe. But my sheet is... Yes, it is, yeah. Somehow I managed to get the wrong number there. Okay. Bruiser Lee versus Samoa Joe would be a good one. And AJ Styles versus Eddie Guerrero. So those are the matches for next time round. We'll definitely have a look at that, Gemini. We can definitely do something along them sort of lines. I'm not sure if there is anybody in the other side, to be honest, but we'll have a look. But there we go. Another night. Yeah, I mean, we're halfway through now, so I might start switching it around a little bit and let Group A start to main event the shows a little bit. Their group's a little bit closer now. We'll see how it goes. I mean, next time round, Omega versus Daniel Bryan will be a really good one because both of those are very high up. But there we go. We're going to leave it there, I think. I've got some more recordings to do elsewhere to try and get ready for tomorrow when the FIFA game comes out. So I've got one more recording I need to do. And I'm going to try and knock that out tonight. And then, yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? Is it Friday tomorrow? Yeah. Well, we'll do the same time tomorrow if that's okay with everyone. 7 PM in the UK or whatever time it was we started today. So it won't change that. So, yeah, I'll see you all same time tomorrow, I suppose. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for liking the stream. And, of course, thank you all for being subscribers as well. And I'll see you all tomorrow.